Craig. This is my camping channel. Today I'm going to talk about the Waikato Nanopress Espresso coffee maker. To make coffee in the Nanopress you need boiling water and ground coffee. So today I've bought my boiling water in a thermos. A thermos is a great option if you're going on a day hike, i.e. you have a day pack and accommodation on either end. You just have boiling water when you need it. This one is stainless steel, so there's no glass, it can't break. You're going to be carrying water anyway, so I'm carrying a litre of boiling water rather than cold water. In the winter time on a hike it's really refreshing and warming to have a hot drink when you want it. Nanopress, from my reading, requires a grind a little bit coarser than espresso. So I'll dial down a little to get a coarser grind. Quite a bit of work grinding here, so I'm going to pass this over to Mini Craig and he'll do all the hard work. Yeah, thank you, Big Craig. So nice to be thought of when there's work to be done. Today I'm going electric. That was a lot easier. Back to you, Big Craig. I bought the Nanopress directly from Waikato in Hong Kong and had it delivered to my home. It came pretty much as it is. In this little pouch. When you look at it, it is quite small and portable. It feels quite robust and sturdy. It's made of plastic. It feels like quality build. Anyway, let's break it down and have a look at it. So on the bottom we have a cup, a water canister for the hot water, a brush for cleaning, a coffee scoop and tamp, unscrew the top of the Nanopress. We have the pump unit which builds the pressure to make the espresso. This pump unscrews anti-clockwise and you press and that builds the espresso pressure. We have the basket for your coffee shop and the top, which is the filter for the pressure. Overall it looks a little bit complicated. It asks for, I think, 8 grams of coffee. I've read online that if you fill it to 3 or 4 millimeters for the top and tamp it down, that will do. And I don't have some scales when I go camping. Not the finest grind. Give it a hard tamp, brushed any loose coffee grounds off, put them to the top of the canister, screw the lid back on, tighten it, get the boiling water, there's a fill line just here I'll fill to that mark. Attach the device, screw on securely, use the cup. It's said to take about 7 or 8 pumps to build the necessary pressure. 5, 6, 7, I can feel the pressure building, and then out comes coffee. I can do it one-handed, just. There's no more pressure and we're done. Look at the cup. There is a creamer on the top and it looks like espresso. I might just give it a try. Right, I have an espresso coffee. The creamer is not that strong. Possibly the pumping been interrupted and maybe my technique needs a bit of work, but it's a dark coffee. It is definitely espresso. Coffee has been extracted. When you consider the size factor and its portability, this is a very good cup of coffee. If you're out in a remote, or in my case with no capacity to make an espresso coffee elsewhere, this will be the best espresso you're going to get for a first attempt. This is a very good espresso. I'm going to have to play around with grind size or constant pressure and pumping the coffee and see what I get. So my pros are, if you're remote and you don't have power but you do have hot water and ground coffee, you can have espresso coffee. On the con side, it makes a tiny cup of coffee. So in reality in the morning I'd want 2 of these. I've also bought a barista kit which delivers 2 shots of coffee, and I'll trial that in a later video. And I bought an adapter that works with the Nespresso capsule coffee system, and I'll show that in a later video as well. But for today, drink coffee, be remote, enjoy yourself. Thank you.